The long-awaited immigration reform plan from the White House was released yesterday, lighting a fire on the left and the right over the proposed pathway to citizenship for 1.8 million illegal immigrants. Trump loyalists are calling the proposal amnesty. Republican Mississippi State Senator Chris McDaniel saying it is concerning why anyone would attempt to repeat history by granting amnesty. And another vocal Trump ally, Republican Senate candidate in Virginia, Corey Stewart, says any amnesty, including an extension of DACA, would lead to drawing millions of new immigrants into the country illegally. I'm not happy about it. Well, my next guest is a legal immigrant from Brazil. She's gone viral over a Facebook video, more than 1 million views, outlining her criticism of illegal immigration. Sibeli Capizzuti, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Great to have you.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you for having me.
I watched this video. It's just under 9 minutes long, and I know that you've posted some other things on Facebook, but you talk about the fact that you don't want the U.S. to turn into what you left behind in Brazil, and you say people who are here illegally and demonstrating in the streets, it's frustrating to you to see that, and you're telling them if they're not happy, go home.
Exactly.
So how's that being received? Because did you have some trouble with Facebook at one point? Because we had reports that maybe some of what you had to say on Facebook was not well received.
Well, some people, of course, didn't like it, and I was called every name in the world, and some names that I didn't even know existed. But it's okay. You know, I expected that. I expected that some people were not going to like it. But I said what had to be said. I think that legal immigrants like myself have never been heard. There is so much debate on this issue, and everybody forgets that people like me have paid the price to be in this country, and we went through all the legal steps to be here. And it's really a slap in the face of all the legals that are here, that somebody can just walk in illegally or overstay their visa, and then years later, you know, they are rewarded with the same citizenship that we work so hard for.
And you said that it's hard, it's costly, it's lengthy. I've known people who've gone through the process. I know that there's nothing easy about coming here legally.
No.
But let me ask you about the people who were brought here as children. They're adults now. There's no conflict about that. These are clearly people in their 20s and 30s. But do you think, because they were brought here as kids, do you think what the White House is proposing, this 10 to 12-year path to citizenship, do you think it's fair, it's not fair? Where do you stand?
Personally, I'm on the fence with that. If I had a say on this, I think, you know, I'm not heartless. I wouldn't say send them all back, you know, but I would propose a permanent green card without citizenship. Because I don't think, you know, like if you committed a crime and you go to prison, you lose your right to vote. Why should somebody that has entered the country illegally, which is a crime, be rewarded with a path to citizenship that eventually will lead to vote? So,
yeah, you said also in your video that this country has afforded more freedom or opportunity than any other place in the world. And that's why you were willing to kind of run this gauntlet and go through the whole process. Do you think other people appreciate that the way you do?
You mean the people that are here illegally?
Yeah, do you think that they appreciate the opportunity that's there? Because I know that you've questioned about why some of them haven't fought harder to start the citizenship process and that kind of thing.
No, I don't. I work in the construction industry, and so I've had close contact with illegals and legals and everybody from all over because of the business that I work in. And I can tell you that we do not work for, we don't appreciate. You know, so people that come here and they're here illegally, they don't go through the whole process of becoming a citizen the way I did and so many others did. They don't appreciate what this country has to offer. And I really think it's a completely different perspective.
Well, it's a very interesting perspective coming through what you've been through, and you close out the video by talking about the fact that people who have fought like you, legal immigrants to come here, outnumber those who are here illegally, you believe, and say, reminding lawmakers that you're going to vote based on what they do. And so we'll see if they're listening. Sibeli Capizzuti, thank you very much. Very interesting video, and we'll keep up with you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.